getting this over. Change my pants, it is what it is. Blurry? Blurry. I know I look like a 10-year-old today, but not Charlotte, just act like one. First life lesson is time, and how quickly time goes, and when you're younger you don't realize it, but time can like make you feel anxious and depressed and rule your thoughts if you allow it to. But if you take the time to realize that time is kind of like just a guideline for you, not everything is going to happen in the time that you think it, and most of the time it happens out of the time frame you think it, basically. So as long as there's progress, doesn't matter how slowly the progress is, as long as there's progress, then you're on the right track. That's it. First impressions are so important. I feel like we've been taught that. And I truly believe with everything that how you represent yourself should always be your best self when you're meeting someone or just in general. So who you are and you know, how you represent yourself should always be at your best. However, when you meet somebody and the first impression isn't so great, I just think that for a life lesson for me is that sometimes it's not always what it seems. It can be great at first and then it can be completely different, or you know, that you just do not get along with that person and then later on you love them, you know, like, or they're just having a bad day. And so just always give people second chances. That's something that I've definitely learned. A very big life lesson I learned, and it took a lot of time, and I had to build confidence in myself to get this, but sometimes in life you go in a direction and you have a passion for something, or you want to be someone or do something, or you know, go away to a certain school, or you want to go to trade school for something, or you don't want to go to school and you have a passion for something, but everyone else around you doesn't get it. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I just want to say, if you have a vision, I have learned that I have to do what's best for me. Not for my teachers, not for a principal, not for my parents. I have to do what's best for moi. You gotta do what's best for you. You gotta go with your gut and your instinct and your heart. And that's between you and God. Because in the end, it's my life, no one else's. So I have to live a life that is happy and fulfilling for me. Do you boo. To not put value in the opinions of just anyone. I think it's so important to have someone that can hold you accountable, or that you can go to for advice or just prayer or whatever, but don't hold value in what everyone thinks, because that's like you're giving away yourself to everyone, and not everyone has the wisdom or the words, more like wisdom, to give you that you're looking for and you're searching for. So be careful where you place your value. Mind, body, and soul. If you forgive people, you will not have that on you anymore. You won't have any bitterness, you won't have anything, you let it go, and you just are moving forward. Plus God says that He will not forgive you if you don't forgive. Don't pour oil or hot wax down a drain. Just don't do it. One of the biggest distractions in life is to focus on what other people think. Just try to do your own thing and not dwell on that, because it can bring you down and it can slow you down and it can get you confused. So just have a tunnel vision. Focus. Okay. Yes, parents don't have all the answers, we know this, but they definitely know a lot more than you do, and they've been through more than you have. So, especially as a teen, growing up, we always think we know, everything. Try to listen to your parents a little more. Feelings are very fickle, and they are definitely fleeting. They are very in the moment, and we get so caught up in them. If we as humans just got out of our own emotions and feelings in every situation and thought about it logically, not everything, you have to have a little heart and things, but for the most part, if we just looked at it from a perspective outside, things would be so much smoother. So just remember when you're having an emotional breakdown that you know, the world is still going and you're gonna get by. You're gonna get through it. Squats make the difference. Literally doing 25 squats a day can change your life. Like literally, just do it. Just do it. I learned that sometimes the things you're most insecure about or worst at, like when it comes to like doing something, I'm trying to think of what scenario, but sometimes the things that you're not that great at becomes the things that are your biggest strengths. It's very weird. My nails are horrible, don't mind them. But it's the truth. Like, take for instance, somebody actually said this to me when I worked at Irving Mind Center. I was doing the brows and I'm like, I like doing everything except for brows because it's on their face, and I would be so upset if someone messed up my brows, and I'm so like anal and oh my gosh, like I just hate doing it. I don't want to mess it up. And she's like, you know what? You're gonna be great at them then, because you just said you're most concerned about that, and usually people become the best at what they are fearful of and stuff, which I believe is true. And by the time I left there, brows were my favorite thing to do, and everybody like came to me for brows. So ladies and gents, when you're in the sun and the sun goes away and it's very cloudy, and you're at a concert and it's cloudy, you know, you think you're fine because you don't feel sun beating on you. You're not fine. You're gonna burn. Put some sunscreen on. That is a life lesson, one that I will never forget in Miami. Couldn't enjoy the next day because I was an idiot. Honesty is best policy. It truly is. I don't care what anyone says. If you are just an honest person and you mess up and you admit it and you talk about it and you're open about it, it's the best policy. I don't care. Just who likes a liar? 14. Kind of goes along with that. I think you can always redeem yourself if you are sincere and open and acknowledge that you made a mistake. So I think it's always good to acknowledge your mistakes, acknowledge your flaws, be upfront about things, and be sincere. People will forgive you, and people will accept and move on from things. Do you know what I mean? Being different isn't a bad thing. It's actually your strength. It's not a flaw to be weird or different or nerdy or into like random stuff that no one's into, or you have a different type of voice, or you are very quirky or very, you know, artistic, or you're very smart, or, you know, just whatever it is that you're different makes you different. Anything that you think is like flaw, being different, it's your strength, and own it. Own who you are. Okay, lesson 16, and oh my gosh, did I not think that I would be saying this. A tattoo you want in the time that you want it may not be the tattoo you want 5, maybe 3, no, I would say 5, 10 years later. I am telling you, everyone says it, all the adults, all the people above you. I'm not saying listen to everyone, but I'm saying be careful what you get on your body because you may regret it. I have one tattoo. It is very delicate, and thank God, I'm so glad I didn't get more. I wanted to get a half sleeve, and don't get me wrong, I like it on some people. Like I don't hate tattoos. I just personally, like, I can't imagine if I got all the tattoos that I wanted to get, because you change your mind. You change your mind over time. Be careful. Yeah. My husband regrets all his tattoos. He is colored. If you're the type of person who gets mad over little things, who gets offended, okay, why am I talking about like you guys, like you have to learn this? For me, I've learned that getting upset over very small things or people or situations or getting offended over everything is just not worth it. You know? Like, it could be the dumbest thing, like work related, like stupid stuff we just tend to get upset about. Like, I have learned that I don't roll off you. It's better to laugh about it and just be like, what the heck? Than like honestly get so upset where you're like, your night is ruined, your day is ruined, still working on. Smile. Smile. Especially living in New York, okay? But the thing is, this is the reasoning behind why I didn't smile in the past when I was a teenager growing up. Because every time I smiled, it just gave the opportunity for some guy or some, you know, just talk to me. And I'm like, I don't want to talk to you. but I don't want you to hit on me. I just want to go into 7-Eleven and buy my Kit Kat bar and walk out. You know what I mean? Like, leave me alone. Anyway, that was my logic behind it. And I mean, if you just smile, you're more likely to get a smile back, and you're pleasant. You don't look like a little snot, you know what I mean? Like you know when not to. You know when, you know, not to. Am I making sense? Oh, listen, at 19, I learned that the wedding day is not going to be perfect. I've heard some people say that theirs were perfect, but not everyone's as lucky as that. So just might as well enjoy the moment and dance and eat. I sure ate at mine, that's for sure. And I danced, which was my 2 main objectives, so okay. I have learned that to not pray for something one time. God says to pray without ceasing. And so when you're praying for something, you got to constantly pray, and you got to constantly prepare your mind every day. And you also have to have the faith to back it up. So it may not happen in your timing, but you know, just constantly pray for whatever it is that you're trying to pray about. God will honor that. I've learned that the words that you speak, it can be very positive or it could be very negative, and it can really affect someone. Like, you don't think that everything you say can affect someone, but with all honesty, I have been affected by, in the past, of like the smallest thing that someone said that didn't even matter to me. Like, this person was like a little, you know, like, who are you? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, luckily I'm not influential like that anymore, but there are times when people say things that can really, like, you know what I mean, affect you. So you gotta be kind of strong in that, but also make sure the things that you say are uplifting to people. It's important to realize that everything you say can affect, and most of the time does. Cursing, it ain't cute. It ain't cute, even though I've cursed plenty of times. I learned cursing is a turnoff, and personally, I don't want what comes out of my mouth to be filth and to look like filth. So basically, you don't look classy when you're cursing. You're filthy. If you're feeling dizzy, lightheaded, bloated, sluggish, just feeling off, most of the time you need the agua. That's my theory. So someone at work could be like, oh, my head hurts, and I'm like, did you drink water today? Oh, I'm just not feeling well today. I'd be like, you could be dehydrated. You need to sit down and have water. I feel like water is the answer to everything. The only other thing besides water is aloe. Aloe heals everything. If you have a cut, a scrape, a burn, an itchy nose, you know, scars, acne, bug bite, not aloe gel, an actual aloe plant. You go to the store and get a plant, or get an aloe leaf, cut it, open it, take the juices from inside, rub it on there, and I guarantee the next day and the day after, you'll be like, that was a miracle. Thank me later. I have learned that they definitely do not make music, movies, and furniture the way they used to. It's hard to accept, but it's the truth. So I found that I need to value the past and make it present. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I feel about music and old movies and old cars and just picture photos, just everything from the past. Like, keep it relevant, show your kids, make sure you watch old movies with your kids and listen to old music, and just keep things relevant, because that's what keeps, that's like so much better than what's out right now. I have definitely learned that
the world's worst cup of coffee is anything that's not Javali, a dark roast French roast. That's not an opinion, that's a fact. It's 100% fact, so make sure you Google that. It's a fact.
Compliments do wonders. If you want to feel good about yourself, then you need to compliment other people. I have a whole video on it. I'll link it down below. And I have a blog post on it as well. Check it out. No, but seriously, and I know it kind of sounds like a narcissistic way of looking at it, but it not only that to like make yourself feel better, it truly is a blessing to other people to be kind and compliment them, because they may not hear it all the time, and they are more susceptible to being open to you and being nicer to you, because you have, you know, you don't look at yourself like you're above them, and you can actually be a woman and be a man and compliment, and it's a nice thing to do. Lip liner is the bomb. What would I do without lip liner? I was on lip liner before Kylie Jenner, okay? She definitely pushed that envelope, but because I have small lips, and if you guys ever like have that clumping on the lips and you're like, oh, I hate that line, or my lipstick doesn't stay on, okay, if you were to just use a lip liner as your main lipstick and like just kind of dab lipstick over it if you want, lip liner won't crust up, it won't come off, it takes a lot longer to come off. I don't know what I do without lip liner. It can't be matte and it can't be super creamy. It's just like a basic lip liner. Ah, thank you, Lord. Brazilian waxing is life-changing. Like I've not met one person that said they regret it. Not one. And I've waxed a lot of those badges. So lastly, the 30th life lesson I've learned is confidence. Confidence to me has come with time. It has come with experience, life lessons, trial and error, and just time, really. I'm obviously more confident now than I was when I was younger. I don't know if that's true for everyone, but I believe with time, you gain that, because you start to really find who you are. And I am finally in a place where, even though my life is not perfect and not exactly where I thought it was going to be at 30, and I don't have everything I thought I was going to have, and yada yada yada, that's just time trying to bring me down, and I'm not going to let it. I'm confident in where I am and where I'm going. And I think wisdom comes with time as well. And wisdom is a beautiful thing. So, I don't know. I've just learned that with the age, like I'm not allowing an age to scare me. I'm kind of taking it and taking the bull by the horns and just saying like, I'm owning my age. I'm in my 30s. I'm going to say that 30s are the new 20s because I believe that personally. And you just learn more. I think knowledge and wisdom is beautiful and sexy. Don't let an age scare you. Just embrace your age, however old you are. You only get better with time. Excluding all the wrinkles and the sagging and the veins. I don't have a camera crew to fix the lighting here. So this is my life lessons. I hope it was fun to watch. Follow me on other social media, and I will see you in my next video, guys. Love ya.